What it is, everybody. It is your bruh, BDB. And I'm out here in paradise, still celebrating, my birthday from this past Thursday, the 7th. Just want to come up on here and say real quick thank you to everybody for the text messages, the instant messages, the comments, the posts on my timeline. If you were part of the birthday story crew, and I approved all of your birthday stories so that way I could read them all, I definitely appreciate that. And so I just wanted to come up on here and give thanks to those that called and that texted, sent the message, the birthday story, whatever crew you were a part of. I wanted to say thank you. And I'm still celebrating. Like I said, I'm out here in paradise, just looking at the beautiful water just flow and do its thing, looking at the fountain. And just wanted to mention a few things. So first, before I continue, for those keeping score, I am 39 years young. Yes, 39 years young, yes, and not old. And I know some of y'all might try to come back with some old jokes and something like that. Let me tell you something. If you do that, I will find you. I will unleash the biggest assault of Q-tips and tissues on you. I will find you and you will be assaulted with Q-tips and tissues. Believe that. So I want to talk about a couple of things when it comes to age and people feeling a certain type of way when they get to a certain type of age, when they turn 30, when they turn 40, or when they turn 50, or even whatever the next number is for you. And I know some people think it's cliche, some people think it is overstated, maybe even saturated, but it really is a mindset. It really is a mindset, and I'm the type of person, like, I still feel young. Like, I still feel 29, and I say that very humbly. And of course, I've had my times where I don't feel as such. But overall, it's about getting back in the game. It's about getting this back in the game, getting the heart back in the game, and doing what you know to do to improve in your health and all of those things that connect with feeling young. I still feel like a spring chicken. Because God willing, when I'm 49, when I'm 45, when I'm 55, I'll be married with children and still be pumping iron, still be getting it in, still being active, still eating right, still drinking right, still pumping that iron, still doing those things to keep my mind fresh, to keep my mind young. Now, I understand that certain things change, but I can control what I can control. And like I said, I really believe it's a mindset to to have the free will to do those things, to make the shifts, to make the necessary adjustments to increase our, not just our physical health, but our mental health, emotional, spiritual, all those things that are tied with that. I just think it's about just moving forward inch by inch, day by day. And I believe if we do those things and really labor over it, I believe that's the one key. We have to labor over those things, like labor in terms of like thinking about those things. That's how we can really believe that, man, I still feel like a spring chicken. Doesn't matter if you're 50, doesn't matter if you're 60, you can still feel like a spring chicken. It's not too late. It's not too late. But I will challenge us with the question of, are we allowing society to influence our thinking? Are we allowing what we see on social media or TV shows, movies, these Instagram models, or whether it be fitness buff people, and I'm not saying all of them, I'm just saying some of them. Are we allowing, and those are just examples, are we allowing situations like that to influence our thinking, to have us thinking, man, I got to look like this, I got to look like that? That's why we need to figure out and establish what we want our bodies to look like, and really seek the Lord on those things, because that's where it's at. That's where our heads should definitely be at all times. And another thing I want to mention is that if we still have a sense of dread when it comes to doing those type of things, we got to check that. We got to check that, because if we dread doing those things, we got to get to the root of that. And not just like with anything else, if we don't want to grow our spirit, if we don't want to grow our money, if we don't want to grow our relationships, there's a a root issue there. There's something in the origins that happened that is causing that, that is still allowing that to happen. So we got to dig deep to the root, and we got to get that thing out so we can get to where we need to go. And all right, so I'm gonna say something, and I hope you guys can understand my thoughts and my heart on this, because I was thinking about it yesterday. I thought about it today. This is for the men and the ladies, but I guess ladies more so deal with it. So I'm not trying to sound like a hater. I'm not trying to sound a certain type of way, but I don't believe in when people say you're not supposed to ask a woman her age. But at the same time, I'm not saying just go up to a woman, just ask her age. But I just challenge us with this question. Maybe fellas, like I said, maybe this is for you too. I don't know. Maybe some fellas go through this. But where does that come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's the root? Like, where's the root? Where's the origins of where that comes from? I might get some controversial feedback on that, but I welcome it. I'm open to it. And again, that's more of a question to kind of get you to think. It's not necessarily to answer, unless if you feel compelled to. But it's like, have we allowed society to say, you're not supposed to ask a woman's age, you're not supposed to ask a man's age, or something like that? I get it. There's a respect factor. Maybe that's why they say that. If that's the case, I get that. But where is the original, uncompromised, objective, unbiased truth behind that? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I don't want this thing to get too long. I just wanted to challenge somebody out there about, it doesn't matter what age you are. You can still feel young. You can still feel fresh. You can still feel like a spring chicken. Okay, you may not be able to move the way you used to back then, but don't let that define you feeling like a spring chicken. Don't let that define your mindset and your heart set as far as feeling like a fresh spring chicken. Don't let that deteriorate with who you are. Like, that doesn't mean that you're less than. It doesn't mean that you're not. It still means that you can't be the best. You just got to adjust, whatever that is for you. You just got to make whatever adjustments that you got to make to be the ultimate version of yourself. So again, I appreciate everybody with their text messages, the instant messages, the calls, the birthday story crew, the voice crew, who, however you wish me a happy birthday, a joyful birthday. I truly appreciate it, and hope y'all have a great, excellent rest of the weekend. B2B signing off. Catch you on the next video, and as always, change and be changed.